Greetings, good people. Bald Head Hierophant here. Welcome to my channel. So if this is your first time visiting with me, thank you so much. I welcome you here. I hope you choose to stay, and I hope you enjoy my content. For my returnees, my OGs, and those of you who have been supporting me, whether you're just strictly here on YouTube or you're coming from Instagram to YouTube to check out my readings. However you get here, thank you for coming back. Okay, so I'm coming on to do Aquarius's reading. Listen, I heard a song. I normally get a word. I heard a whole song for y'all, Aquarius. Okay, so pull up Aquarius. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, and Aquarius rising if you are a very mature Aquarius. Okay, your rising sign doesn't kick in until about 37 to 40. That's when you start to feel that rising energy. Okay, it is your ascending energy. It is what you are rising to. Okay, so I know y'all want to know the song I heard. It was Keisha Cole, I Just Want It to Be Over. I just want it to be over. And I'm like, why do I keep hearing this? Because I know that this reading is not about Aquarius and relationship. That wasn't the energy that I was getting, but that particular song is about relationship. And then I was like, aha, okay. Aquariuses are going through or have been cycling through so much for years because we have just left out of Saturn being in between Capricorn and Aquarius, and now it's in between Aquarius and Pisces. So, but more in Pisces. So Aquarius, listen, y'all have been picked up, knocked down, picked up, knocked down, had to stay down there for a little while, roll over and look at the stars, make some wishes, get up, move, run, get knocked back down. Y'all have had a lot of bumps and bruises, bumps and bruises for the last few years, okay? So I know why you just want it to be over. I feel like you're collectively are saying, when is this going to end? Everything could be all right, maybe in the financial department, but emotionally, you're just all over the place. Or it could be vice versa. Things are all right in your emotional department, but maybe your finances are all over the place. Maybe your mental has been tested. It could be a combination of all three, because we do have other parts of our essence that dictates and determines, how we're going to flow through a season. So it's not just your sun sign that that aids what we're going through. But let me say this, when your sun sign is transiting through malefic planets, and there's a lot of cosmic shifting, or there's one big shift from one planet to the next or one sign to the next, there's normally a very blow to the chest type of feeling. And that's what we're going to read about today, okay? That's what I'm going to talk about with you, Aquarius. Your reading is probably going to be the deepest reading that I've done through all the signs, okay? I only have Pisces left because I did start with Aries. So the last two readings have been very, very generalized. All of these readings are generalized, but they've been very specific and general as far as it may not fit bits and pieces, but I feel like what I'm about to channel for you guys, every last one of you will resonate with it on some level. So I'm already 4 minutes in. I'm so sorry, but I did have to give that little dialogue before I got into the reading. So right now, I'll go ahead and call in the spirit of love, light, life, wholeness, accuracy, relevancy. Spirit, I will soon have the collective of Aquarius here. Please use me as a trusted and honest vessel to bring about a clear and effective message for Aquarius. Show me what is relevant to their lives. Show us the way. Show us the path. I feel like somebody may have had something going on with their legs, feet area, the bottom part of your legs. I don't know. I just got that feeling when I said that. Is somebody having foot surgery? But thank you, Spirit, for bringing in a beautiful message of truth, hope, and something that the Aquarians can look forward to. Okay. So I'll pull 3 cards right off the top, and then I'll pull more cards as we go. What's on the bottom of the deck? Oh, what a wonderful card to have. That is the 6 of Wands. That's victory. That's victory. That's a wonderful card to have at the bottom. So that means all of your cards, no matter where I pull them from, are founded on victory, triumphant energy. Something is going to work out in your favor. All of that bump and bruising and falling and fumbling and stumbling, when it's all said and done, this is you. Okay? You went, you conquered, you came back. Okay? You didn't die in the war. You didn't die in the battle. Okay? You came back on your horse with the wreath that says triumphant, victorious, I won. Okay? So let's go. Let's get this first card out. So the Knight of Cups is your first card out. And the 6 of Pentacles, second card out. The Chariot, Cancer energy. Okay, third card out. So let's talk about these 3 cards quickly, because I feel that I will be pulling 3 more for sure. So for a few of you, the Knight of Cups, you had your eyes set on something, okay? Your heart, your mind, your energy, your essence, the very fiber of your being, okay, was set on something. Excuse me, I'm going to be looking here because I have a candle burning, and sometimes Spirit moves that flame in a way that distracts me, okay? But you were very attentive to something or someone, okay? Very graceful energy, okay? Very graceful energy. As a man, he is very and this is not just a male card, but the Knight is male, okay? Like the Page is female. But this is a very emotionally stable man, okay? So your masculinity is very balanced with its feminine energy, okay? There's progress being made in your emotions, in your intuition about whatever this thing is that you felt or feel deeply about. Maybe some of you had thought about or did start some type of foundation, some type of, you gave a lot, okay? I believe that a lot of you throughout these years have been put in very profitable positions, okay? And I think you did share. I think you because you were resourceful, you had a lot to offer, and you did offer, okay? I do also believe that with this Chariot card coming, that it was a possibility you were so focused on moving through life, okay? So focused on moving through your attainment and things that you felt deeply about, okay? Because whatever it is that you attained, or whatever it is that you were progressing through, it took precedency over your spiritual self, okay? Something I do believe tripped you up a little bit so you could pay more attention to your spirit journey, your spiritual journey. I believe that there's a lot of regret possibly going on with Aquariuses as far as what you missed out on. While you were being faithful to said thing over here, you missed out on some things over here. And now you're starting to feel, or within the last few years, you're starting to feel that you missed out on those things. And not missed out on like, oh, let me rewind that back. Missed out on some things that you needed to attain. That's what I meant to say. You took some shortcuts. And because you took shortcuts, you missed out on some of the very necessary skills, very necessary experiences, very necessary content that you would have received had you taken the longer path. Okay, so I feel like somebody really did do some shortcutting and some stuff. Okay, now everybody's going to place this energy in different areas of their lives. Okay, but I am hearing that this took place mostly financially. So I don't want to call out any particular thing that it could have been, okay? Because it could have been to the high or it could have been to the low, okay? So I don't care personally to know, which of those it was. I'm just telling you that you were very, very focused on something so fondly, and it might not have been what you should have been focused on. And because of that, or not so focused on, let me say that, not that you were not supposed to be focused on it at all, that you were just so focused that you missed out on some key components because of this shortcut that you took, okay? You had a lot of willpower. And I'm hearing that some of you abused that willpower, okay? Place the energy where it belongs. Again, this is not a blame and you should not be shameful. None of that. If you're resonating with this message, first, hit that like button. But secondly, just place this energy where it belongs and know that it has become a part of your journey, okay? Because every time we decide to go left instead of go right, we create a new timeline for ourselves, okay? So, for each of you that took that shortcut and didn't necessarily go the journey that you were supposed to go, you just created another timeline, and that timeline brought about its own ups and downs, and I believe that's what y'all are tunneling through. And you're like, ooh, when is this gonna be over? Like, what? But remember, you chose that path, okay? You chose that path. A Cancer may be involved. 2 of Cups came out, and it came out in the reverse. I normally don't even read reversals, but I am being guided to read reversals. So this came out in the reverse, and I will read it as such, okay? So that that 2 of Cups coming out on top of the Knight of Cups in the reverse, you broke some hearts. You broke some hearts because you chose something secular, something material, something non-loving over love. You chose something that meant nothing in the full scale of things. It meant nothing. It means nothing. You chose that over love. Someone could have possibly wanted to hand you their cup and share their cup with you, and you took it and poured it out. Okay? Hey, that's the path you chose because you were on, and I just heard a get rich quick scheme. Now, I know that's not for everybody, but for those of you who just felt that, let me just keep pulling. So the next card is the Six of Cups. There's a lot, and it's in the upright. You have a lot of cups here. There's a lot of emotional regret. If you're not feeling it, you're going to begin to feel it. There's a lot of emotional regret, regretting things that you passed up and passed over from the past that you're now looking back at and saying, wow. You know, I think, Aquarius, you're going through if for those of you who have ever seen Ghosts of the Christmas Past, Scrooge. No, not Scrooge. What is the old man on that movie where Christmas night he's taken back through all... It is Scrooge. Yeah, he's taken back through all of his past memories, his past, back from when he was a childhood, and he's shown different things and that he did that wasn't really nice and passed up certain things. He was mean, pretty much, okay? He was a Scrooge all his life, and those ghosts came and showed him himself throughout different areas of his life. And I feel like that's what you're going through, Aquarius. Now, except your thing wasn't being mean. No, your thing wasn't being mean. Your thing was putting materials and money, maybe even fame and fortune, over tangible things. The meat of life, you was pushing it to the side. No, I'm trying to get this money. No, I'm trying to get this degree. No, I want to drive this car. No, I'm trying to build this business. And the whole time, I believe life was trying to give you this. Life was trying to pull up and give you love in different ways, not just love from a relationship, possibly, yes, but definitely other areas of love for life. But you were focused on other things, possibly even rejected it, okay? Not just didn't accept it, rejected it, and rejected it in a way. I don't sense mean energy. I sense just too focused on maybe trying to keep a name for yourself, trying to keep the buzz going. Okay, maybe. Okay, because I was about to say maybe some of y'all were singers, rappers, had connections with the industry, or connection with people who could move you places, get you places. So you were more focused on trying to be around people with money and people with pull, and you may have rejected people that were not on your level. Okay, maybe you considered them peons, or once you realized you couldn't get anything from them, they couldn't help you climb that ladder, so you rejected them. Okay, if this is resonating with you, please hit that like button. But something from your past, okay, that's that Six of Cups, is right now turning and churning in your mind. Something, it could be family. It could be family members that you not necessarily mistreated, but chose to not love or not pay attention to, not visit, because you were in the rat race, okay? That's about to come back, and you're going to have to address that, okay? You're going to have to, and maybe not necessarily address those people or that person, but just the energy of why you chose to run after things and materials and maybe even behaviors, and not take the time out to love on very simple things in life. Okay, This reading is very detailed. It's very thick. Very thick. All right, Spirit, thank you for showing me more and showing me clearly. Yeah, Two of Wands. You're ready to call your power back to you. But I feel like Spirit is telling you, if you're going to call your power back to you and leave out the people that I've assigned to you, then you won't get power. Now, I'm going to pull more cards, but that's what I heard clearly. It's almost like you're going to have to go back and fix something before you can fully use the power that is connected to this card. Now, let me tell you something. The Two of Wands is about decisions too, just like most of the twos in the whole tarot deck, okay? It's about decisions. I believe that that's what you're going to be up against very soon. That ego will be tested. That rigidity that can set up in an Aquarius sometimes because you're a fixed sign. And even if you try to run across from yourself and channel some of your Leo energy. For those of you who don't know, you have Leo in you as well. You're balanced with Aquarius and Leo. When we don't necessarily want to face the things that we are to do that's right in front of us, we all have this evasive energy, this escapism, and we run across from ourselves. Well, even if you run across to your Leo self, you're still going to have to face this. Okay, your Leo self is rigid too, because that's another fixed sign. So you're going to have to find other, this is why it's also very important for you guys to have your natal charts. But you're going to have to find other components and other frequencies that live within you to pull from, because see, ain't no running from this. And you can't be flighty with this. You're going to have to handle this. Okay, whether it's handling it face to face with this person, maybe you haven't seen them in a while, and maybe you run into them and they say, hey, I just want answers. I want to know why. Why did you do this? Why did you reject me? Why did you ghost me? Why did you divorce me? Okay, and you're gonna have to make a decision right then. Because I feel like some of you are going to try to use the I don't have to explain myself, or the it wasn't you, it was me. Like, you're not going to be able to use some of those lame excuses. Like, the person or the situation is going to call for you to become very detailed in your communication. Get that throat chakra ready, because you're going to have to talk. Because you're going to be faced with it. And I believe that you're going to be faced with it in such a way that there is no going around it. You're not going to make it around it. Okay? You're not going to make it around it. It's going to be too big. And it's going to be captivating. The way it presents itself won't leave any room for you to run. I do feel like for those of you that are going to take the warrior route and go ahead and face your demons, face what you did, face what you said, okay, whatever, however, place the energy where it belongs. That alone is going to put you back in alignment. You're going to feel a sense of atonement for yourself and with yourself. The point is, will you be brave enough to do it, though? Because you guys have been so busy not having to answer anybody. Okay, you've been very busy not having to, feeling like I gotta get me, I gotta do me. It's been a very get me, do me type of energy. But it's been tearing you to pieces here lately. I don't know if you guys have even taken accountability, though. That's how busy you've been trying to keep the buzz, okay? Almost like when, and I'm not calling you a junkie or a drug addict or none of that. I'm just using this as an example. But you guys what you've been doing is very similar to what drug addicts do, chasing that new high, that buzz. You've been doing whatever it takes to keep that buzz going. And you have taken some lickings. Now, I'm not taking it off the table and saying that this is all, it's been all cookies and cream. No, you guys have failed. You've had to get up. You've been knocked down. You had to get up. You stumbled, fumbled, bumps and bruises. Yeah. You definitely. But I think that a lot of that also came, you thought it was a fall when really it was the universe trying to wake you up. But you looked at it as a failure, or dang, I missed the opportunity, or okay, I didn't get it this way, so let me get it that way, when you were not supposed to get it at all, because that was the universe, source, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call the creator, trying to get your attention. Wake up. Life is bigger than what you doing. Or wake up and just enjoy the simple things. You're trying to do too much. Place the energy where it belongs, whichever those energies are calling out to you. Aquarius, your reading is about to be a lot longer than everybody else's, so I hope you are staying tuned to the very end, okay? Because I feel more coming out, but I do know that you are being tunneled through something right now, because there's some unexplored grounds that you're going to have to go back and cover. Remember, because you took them shortcuts, you got to go back and cover them. That's what Spirit just said. You thought that you were going to be able to avoid taking the long route, because you was going to do your Aquarius thing where you can't, you Aquarius your way through it just to get to the end and find out you got to go back and hit them spots. You got to go back and hit them spots. Let's keep going. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. The thing that I like about this coming out for you is no better time than now to move in your power while you go back and hit them corners. See, I think when you was making the decision to do the shortcut, you were not even powerful. You were just Speedy Gonzalez and had your mind focused on the money, the fame, the fortune, whatever your mind was focused on, the bag. Most of the time with Aquarius, it's money. Okay. You were not powerful though. You had zero power spiritually, mojoli, magically. Okay. You had maybe worldly power. Okay. Surface 3D level power. That's the type of power that allows you to, play off in the world's streets and make it. You had no clout spiritually. None. Well, Spirit is telling me that you do now. You've attained some stuff because you took some L's. And see, when we take them losses, that's when you gain spirituality. You took some L's, Aquarius. You take all the L's that you have put them together. All them L's that you had to take, put them together, and they're going to be boxes, okay? You got enough L's to turn them all around and make boxes out of them. But in those boxes are little bushels of power, little bushels of wisdom, little bushes of knowledge. You got enough of something to go boldly back to them shortcuts and well, no, not the shortcuts. Go back boldly to the longer version that you were supposed to take. Go back and hit them corners that you did not. You cheated. Spirit said you cheated, Aquarius. And that's why you have been tunneling and fumbling and falling. And I think a lot of you are still feeling that fall. You can't seem to get your feet planted on the ground. But it all stems back to you cheating. Kind of like Final Destination. They cheated death. And at the end, it still came and got all of them. Where you have cheated the journey. And Spirit said, you got to go back. You got to go back and fix that. But you're powerful enough to do it, Aquarius, okay? You're powerful enough to do it. You've gained enough accolades through the fumbles, through the L's, that you can go back. It's probably not even going to be as bad as you think. Nevertheless, you can't skip it. For some reason, it's a part of your... It's necessary. It's a part of your voyage. It's a part of your flow. You can't get around that. You're missing key components because of it. Now, one thing I heard Spirit say a few minutes ago, you're not a bad person. I believe that in the process of you running after fame, fortune, you know, whatever, you helped people. That's another thing that has put you in this position too, because, you know, even though you were not necessarily listening to Spirit, you were not well versed in what you're well versed in now, you were still helping people, okay? You most definitely gave to people freely from your heart, okay? Whether it was homeless people on the side of the street, helping friends, helping family, you gave freely of the things you were plentiful in, okay? And now that is honorable for sure, because anytime you give freely from this right here, you're stacking up. You're sowing seeds, okay? So you've sown seeds, and I believe the seeds that you have sown are going to pay you back in a mighty and matchless way. You can cash them in however you choose to. You can cash them in however you choose to. No, you can't cash them in and not go back and hit them corners. So don't even try it. Don't try to cash them in. Okay, well, let me cash in all my good deeds so I don't have to go back. No, going back is for you anyway. You want to go back and get those keys that you missed because you took them shortcuts. You want to go back. You want those, okay? 5 of Swords. For a few of you, you on your way up and on your way, pew, to the money, to the bag, to the fame, to the fortune. You cut people, you hurt people, you said things to them that made them feel weak and powerless and defenseless, and you disempowered somebody. You disempowered somebody. Now let me tell you what I just heard, and you can take this with a grain of salt, or you can take it and believe it. Choose the energy. Only you'll know if what I'm about to say is going to resonate with you, because it'll be something that you already thought. Whoever this person was that you hurt, because I know somebody is going to run with this, and you need to, but I have to say it. Yes, they did some work on you. You hurt them that bad that they may have done some type of spells, or they may have sent some type of hex. They may have sent some type of black magic your way. That's not for everybody. That's just for a few of you. And again, you will know it because that's something that you will have already been thinking anyway. Some of you have fallen because of said person. Some of you have fallen because you didn't pay attention to who you was hurting or who you was talking crazy to, okay? I don't want to stay on that too long. I just had to say that, but it changed your life, and you don't even know they did it. You don't have a clue they did it until now if you're watching this video, okay? The Page of Swords. Now, this goes right along with the 5 of Swords. Both of these cards together lets me know that there was some very nasty words passed between two people. The swords is your card. It's the air card. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. That doesn't mean that the person or the people that you could have said thing to are just those signs, but they could be, okay? This is getting ready to come to a head quickly too. I think that once you watch this reading, you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. This right here, and I'm pausing because this is fast communication. I think you said what needed to be said, and it was too much, and you made it hung up in their face, blocked them. You didn't even give them a chance to get their verbal lick back, and it made them so angry that that's what caused them to do what they did. And I have to take it back to when I told you earlier that you was just puny. You wasn't studying nothing. You was treating people like peons if they couldn't give you what you needed, if they were not a part of the money team, if they were not a part of you getting to the top. And you know how that saying goes, you got to watch who you shit on your way to the top, because on your way back down, you may have to meet them. Aquarius, for some of you, this is what you are going to be or have already experienced. And I'm being told to just encourage you to hold yourself accountable and fix it. Some of y'all might not get an opportunity to fix it. Some of you may not get the opportunity to engage with this person ever again, so you can't fix it. There will not be any atonement. So if there was a spell done, you can't break it. It's done. Okay? Only you'll know, because this person or that group or whatever the situation may be will present itself. The opportunity will present itself for you to fix it and face it. But like I showed you earlier with this Two of Wands, will you? Will you face it? Will you fix it? Or will you handle it like you handled it in the past when you were focused on other things? See, now I think what's going on with you, Aquarius, for some reason, you're paying attention now. Universe got your attention. God has your attention. God didn't have your attention back then, so you were missing all the signs, running all the red lights, trying to chase worldly stuff. Okay? Some of you may had even been incarcerated because of this mindset. Some of you may be facing incarceration because of this mindset. Okay? Place the energy where it belongs. I also feel like because of all of these cups and then that Two of Cups that came out in the reverse, some of y'all lost your mates. You lost your husbands. You lost your wives. And if you did not lose them, that there was a certain time where it was very rocky. It was very iffy because you almost lost them. This also denotes that there could have been some infidelity because of your inattentiveness. You wasn't paying attention to your mate. So infidelity snuck in because you were too focused on money, fame, fortune, trying to keep your name good, trying to keep that buzz, chasing after that high. I just want it to be over. For some of y'all, it is over. And now the real spiritual journey begins for you, because you have now what you need to not cut corners ever again, right? I'm going to pull one more card. The King of Cups. When you know with your heart, what you need to do. Now you're in control of how to handle things. Now you ain't chasing what's out there. You had it. It was good. You lost. You gained. I think you took more L's than you did gain. And now you understand that there is nothing out there that can feel in here. Because I believe that ultimately you were chasing money and reputation, so you wouldn't have to focus on something that made you feel inadequate as a child. Now, I'm not one of those ones that's going to pull up all of that childhood trauma and all of that, because we probably all have had some level of childhood trauma. But Aquarius, I can tell you without any doubt that your running and chasing and scheming and cheating and taking shortcuts, that's because that's how you were treated as a child. Somebody didn't give you full attention. Somebody shortcutted raising you. Somebody cheated you out of having a wholesome, healthy, nurturing childhood. And now you are projecting, or have, because it's past tense, okay, for some of you, you projected that through how you lived life. But something brought it to a halt. And now you're getting the opportunity to fix it. And the fact that let's keep in mind, the King of Cups was your last card. This is a good card to end on, because it lets me know that you have risen up to your heart space. So you are now channeling things healthily through your emotional body. Okay? So the bottom of the deck was victory, remember? Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. Somebody's going to go off back to those long journeys that you did the shortcuts on, and you're going to fix it. You're going to handle it. You're going to face it. And baby, you finna come out with them accolades. You're going to come out cleaner. Cleaner than a whistle. Okay? For those of you who choose that. Now, of course, we have elevated Aquariuses and we have mundane Aquariuses. I know for a fact that you elevated Aquariuses are going to win. Okay? For those of you not so elevated, this will still be a struggle for you, and you will continue to loop and cycle in this same behavior, same pattern until the day you die. So, and that's not a prophecy. That's not me wishing anything. That's just me understanding the tree of life and the cycle of life when people choose not to level up their consciousness, okay? Thank you so much for watching this in its entirety. I hope it has been helpful. You're powerful. And you're ready to go back and fix things that you forgot, okay? And I said forgot. I'm sorry, because I was about to end this. Because I want to make sure that you understand, I know that you're not a bad person. None of this took place because you were a bad person. Just because you can scheme, cheat, do whatever you got to do to get money and still be a good person, okay? Do I feel like that you rejected people, and even when you had to talk crazy to somebody because they wasn't on your level, that doesn't make you a bad person. You made bad decisions. You may have used the wrong tone, bad communication, but you're not a bad person. Okay? So to go back to why I said forget. Some of you guys were raised very religiously, and some of you was even raised in very spiritual homes, but you got caught up. You got caught up in the world. Was picked up by that whirlwind, so you forgot. Okay? Almost like when you real hungry. So you know you're supposed to say that grace. Bless your food, because blessed food nurtures twice. But you so hungry that you just start eating before you say your grace. But you know better. You can hear your grandmama or your mama or your daddy or your granddaddy or whoever taught you to say grace. You can hear them on your shoulder. Feel them. Why you ain't say no grace? Why you didn't say no grace? And you like, go on, I'm too hungry for that. Well, that's very similar. You knew better, but you was in that rat race. So you just smoothed it off. And then you forgot to go back and fix it. Some of y'all are dealing with that. Okay, so that's why I said, some of y'all just forgot. Okay, we're not perfect. We make mistakes. But if you know that it's in you to do the right thing, at some point you're going to be faced with going back and fixing something. So at that point, you can't say, oh, I forgot. That's okay. You get an opportunity to fix it. Now what's going to be your excuse? Fix it, Aquarius. Okay, and it will be over. You won't be saying that Keisha Cole, I just want it to be over. It will be over. And then a whole new you will emerge, because something in you is trying to, okay, it's trying to come out, but you just got some stuff that you got to go fix. Okay, you got some stuff you got to go fix. Make that decision. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and namaste.